16. Okay, 16. 16 seconds, bam. Gotta line it up. One man.
Really nice Christmas
One blade.
present, for real.
Playing Call of Duty. Sticks and Stones. With these guys.
Did you see that other one on Facebook that Dave Lane put on there?
No one cares about your Facebook.
No one cares. But the Christmas present, but
Everyone raise your hand if you care.
it's raised.
Nobody? That's what I thought.
Hey, you're an asshole.
Why would you say that? I'm trying to unite my brothers. We're all here killing each other. For what?
Fucking Harris.
Hey, he's the one got me going.
I think you should be stabbed.
What? Zapped?
Oh, I know you're not cocking that. Oh, you are teaming up on me, guys. What the fuck's up with that? I'm playing against, and my headset goes out. So I am playing this without. Fuck. All right. Well, let me just beast for a second until I die. Hard to play without a headset on. Why does my headset have to die now? Why does my headset have to die now? But I'm still beasting on them. I wonder, why are they doing that to me? Why am I beasting on them without a headset? Okay, okay, come on, come on, come on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They are coming after me. They are, what? Okay, time to turn the headset on. Fuck. What a great time to have to fucking change my headset. Fuck you, Turtle Beach. You fucking faggotry. God damn it. The Turtle Beach PX5s, I hate you so much. My headset died, guys, in the middle of me doing a live commentary.
That sucks.
That was weak. And I went on a little tear, too, you know, but whatever. Whoop.
Oh, Link Soup. That was a good one, dude.
Ah.
Come here. No, no, you dirty bastard. That ruined my groove, man. Ruined my whole chi. And, oh, yeah. Yeah, and why did... I got a butter knife now. I'm picking that
That
up.
was a warning shot, eh?
I'm picking that up.
Can't stand this fucking kid. What the fuck?
Picking it up. Come on, baby. Here we go. Let's make myself look good in a video. And there you go. You are trying to ruin my brand. That's messed up. I'm going to sue you for slander.
Alright, Burns.
Is that possible?
Yeah, alright, Burns.
Play fly, man.
Oh,
He's 14 too.
man, we gotta get over this.
I really don't like your guys' tone. You're talking to me all wrong. So if you keep on making fun of me, I'm going to sue you, okay? Okay? I'm a troll.
I'll
Alright, okay.
give you 1,600 Microsoft points if you
No shit. That shit was ridiculous.
I give you 4,000 when you put this on.
Oh!
I beat them!
Oh!
That's fucked up.
Oh! Oh! Who's your friend now? Oh!
Good shot.
Pickles! Why are you guys just letting me just throw battle axes in your face like that? I would do something. I'd stand up for myself. I don't know. Nope, running away. Just not even dealing with that. Sometimes you gotta pick your battles. Alright, I'm not saying that I'm gonna tell my fans to spam you if you dare battle axe me, but I am. So...
Battle access.
We'll hit
Run
you,
away.
man. I don't know how many times I
Running
got-
away! Oh! No, 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 no! No, no, run. Fuck that.
Oh my god, he's going on.
Oh my god, I went on a fucking tear. Get off me. You know what? The game just realized how big of a tear I went on. They spawned me without a tomahawk. No, come here. Oh, I saw you go in the backpack. You fucking cocksucker!
Dang
Yeah,
it.
Vic.
You guys saw it. Everyone on my channel, you saw it. You better have. There you go.
Oh, and you had to do me like that?
I had to, bro. You call yourself subs, fans. That's fucked up.
Timbo.
Hey, oh, insult to injury. You fucking asses. I hope all you guys get sued. Fuck.
ONLYUSEmeBLADE is the
You don't understand how beast of a game that was until that happened.
Until you got
I got deranked? Like I went down a level?
No, until you got
Oh yeah. That was absolutely ridiculous.
Words, okay. Yeah, I know.
Well, guys, that was a random live session. Say hello to YouTube and my fans. If you could fucking report every single one of these bastards in here that tomahawked me, that would be
3 in a row.
No. I like to ass fuck, but I don't like getting fucked in the ass. So, piece of butt grease. That was fuck it. Let's upload it now. Carrier, one of the worst maps in the game. Nope. That is something that I need to work on when I say things and state them as facts when they're not, even though most people that aren't stupid are going to get what I'm talking about. Carrier, Aftermath, and Turbine, I think it is. Those are 3 maps that I just don't enjoy. I just don't enjoy them. Does that mean they're bad maps? No. Maybe you are a snipper. You might like those maps because they're more open and long lines of distance and sight and stuff. But I personally think that they're not enjoyable maps. And so to say that they're the worst maps in the history of Call of Duty is something that shouldn't be said because they're not. They're just not for me. It's just not for me. That's like saying a girl is ugly just because she doesn't fit like the type that I like. You know what I mean? That's just a little silly. And then, you know what, you right there, I don't know what game you're playing, but go ahead and catch that and sit down and think about what you're doing. So, when I got this, I was super duper excited. I was like, yes, a search game on the map Carrier. That is going to be awesome. I'm sure people are going to see that. And as I watched it, I just was like, it's pretty sweet. But then I was like, how long of a commentary could I make about saying, oh, this is Carrier, this is a map I normally don't do well on, but I did well on this map. And that's the video. So I just didn't. I commentated it, and I hate getting knifed so much. I know I'm a hypocrite, but I hate getting knifed so much. And also, I'm not super fast moding the search clips. I've been thinking about it. Like, sometimes these search games are long, and no one wants to watch a really, really long search game. And I was thinking about the only time that I would need to super fast mode anything is if there's lots like a long, boring section. But normally I just rush out and stab people and either die rather quickly or get in clutch situations like that. Or a viewer of mine decides, hey, I have an idea. Let's piss Blade off and ballistic knife him. Go ahead. So no super fast mode. Because why would we super fast mode spectating? I used to think of super fast mode back in like the team deathmatch COD 4 days. Like I need to go from one spawn to the other. I'm not killing anybody for a long time. So bam. What I wanted to talk about, what I got inspired. That's the thing. Like I was like, okay, me talking about my tactics or the gameplay, or me seeing this dude right here and skewering him for the final kill cam. You can only talk about that so much. And I was like, okay, wait on it until you have a topic or an idea that you want to talk about. And this is what I came up with. I know this is fascinating. I know this is really important, but you're gonna listen to this and be like, maybe it wasn't important, or I don't know. But I've been watching movies. So I've been trying to get back more into the watching movie thing, just soak it up. And then, like, if there's a movie that I haven't seen yet that I've heard about, I thought would be funny, I was like, okay, let's watch that. There's a Steve Martin movie made in 2003 called Migrating Host. No, it's not. It's called Breaking Down the House, where he plays like a lawyer dude, and he like Skype chats with this chick, and it turns out to be Queen Latifah. And she's like, who you calling a bitch? Because she's Queen Latifah. About 6 of you are going to get that reference because my audience is young. Nice lag. That's swell. Anyways, so in the movie, Queen Latifah, first off, if you guys haven't seen it, it is the most racist movie ever. It's super duper. It's like, it's racist as shit. Or they make lots of racist jokes. And I know this is going to sound really weird, but it's actually really racist towards white people because it shows white people being super uber racist towards other nationalities and other skin colors and things like that. But in the movie, there's this part where, and I'm not ruining the movie for you, okay? There's this part where Queen Latifah is like, she's an escaped convict. She escaped from prison, and Steve Martin goes in and like records on a jukebox, on like a little stereo thing, the actual bad guy confessing to it, right? Like gets him talking about it, and the guy actually confesses to it. Now they got this recorded tape. So when the cops bust in and they start arresting everybody, they start putting Queen Latifah in handcuffs, and they're like, "No, wait, stop! We are proven that she is not the killer." And they're like, "Okay," and they listen to it, and they just let her go. It's like the police it doesn't work like that. It doesn't, like they did the same thing in Horrible Bosses. Like literally they are wanted for murder. And like this craziness is going on, and the guy that's in the fucking car navigation help thing says like, "Oh no, I got a recording of this." So the cops just kind of listen to it and then like let him go. It's just like, okay, in the Queen Latifah movie, she still escaped from prison. If you go to prison for something you didn't do and you escape, then and then you prove that by you being escaped, you prove that you are innocent, it doesn't matter. You still escape from prison. That's still a charge. And you may be going, well, that's just a comedy, Blade. And it's just like, well, no. Even in like a serious movie like The Fugitive, if you guys have ever seen The Fugitive, it's a great, great movie. And you Chicago people will love it too, because I think it like really solidifies like the feeling of Chicago in that movie. But like he escapes from custody and goes on and finds his killer. But it's just like, you don't understand. In the real world, if you escape from prison or if you escape from jail, that's a crime. And I don't know why I'm so like passionate about this, and I understand it's just fucking movies, but that's just what was on my mind, and not restaurants on Carrier. So there you go. Just go Carrier gameplay. Police in movies are stupid to let the character go. Peace and buckeries. Super fast motor! Blade, you changed. I hate that. It really irritates me when people are like, they say a couple words like they go, "I've lost all respect for you," or "You've changed," or "super fast motor," because it's like really goes on in this. The last commentary, I just basically said it's kind of silly to super fast mode through spectating, because it's not me going super fast, it's just me quickly going through spectating. So I think the rule is I'm going to cut out the spectating and I'm going to super fast mode the boring parts. Just keep it at that. I see that guy. Come on back here. Get stibbed. I was having a conversation with somebody and we were talking about the rapper Wale. And this person had the nerve to go, "I've lost all respect for Wale." And I'm like, why? He's doing his thing. His new album's amazing. Like, why would you lose respect for him? And he was saying because he associates himself with Rick Ross. Now, me personally, it's really fucked up because like I actually do kind of get pumped up listening to Rick Ross's music, but but I know he's fake. I know he's fake as shit. I listened to Joe. I'll link you if you really want to. Joe Rogan Experience is the second best podcast on YouTube, or not on YouTube, but second best podcast out there. Obviously, the best one is the Bad Kid Show. But Joe Rogan had the real Rick Ross. So Rick Ross was an actual dude that did all these things that Rick Ross talks about in his raps, but Rick Ross, the rapper, isn't any of that. He's fake. Like, he worked in a prison as a guard. You know what I mean? Like, he's fake as shit. And a lot of people, first off, the whole thing about people being real, if you have to repeat over and over and over again that you're real, you're probably fake. Being real is just something that, people judge you on, and that just, you shouldn't get a cookie for that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I hate all these people that are like, dude, I got arrested for something and I didn't tell my friends. I'm like, that's what the fuck you're supposed to do. Why do you think that is something special? But I just found it interesting that I asked the person, I was like, do you like Wale? Do you have any reason why you think that person's changed? He's like, well, obviously he's changed. He's messing with Rick Ross and he's not doing his old, almost poetic type stuff. Almost like, I hate to even make the comparison, but almost Pac-like material. And I was like, he's still doing that. He's still doing what brought him up, and he's still rapping about other stuff, but he's also, working with these dudes. Now, the Meek Mill, I've never, and this is interesting, right? Take a look at certain people that you're interested in. Like, let's say, for me, as far as like listening to rap or whatever, Meek Mill sounds like so grimy and hungry and everything like that, but I've never heard anything from him that makes me go, wow, he's got bars. You know what I mean? I've never heard anything like that. Rick Ross, I don't know why. I know that was a nice one. I know that he's fake as hell and he's not rapping what he's actually talking about, but at the same time, it's, I don't know. Like, it seems a little weird because I understand, I know that Al Pacino wasn't an actual Colombian drug lord, and it was an autobiography or a documentary in Scarface. Like, I know that the dude that played Wolverine isn't an actual superhero. It's all about entertainment. I understand that this music is entertainment as well. So it's a weird balance because I don't like Rick Ross, but I actually generally enjoy his music. I don't know why. I just do. It's just like the production of it or whatever. I just kind of get pumped up or whatever. But think about that though, guys. I think that so many people look at everything as so black and white that you could have, and that's really frustrating. As I don't want to compare I guess I am doing that. I'm comparing myself to a person that's in the limelight. I'm not a celebrity. I've always said this. I'm just popular on a website on the internet. But one message that I got that actually normally I don't let anything bother me. One message I got one time was this dude, Super Fast Buddha, and he sent me a message, and I remember him as a subscriber from the COD 4 days, and I even remember his icon and his name, and I'm not going to put him on blast. And he disagreed with me on a topic about Modern Warfare 2 being a bad game. And he's like, I can't believe you could say that. I've lost all respect for you. I'm gone. And he literally was gone. And I was like, you're an old school sub, man. I don't know. It just affected me weird. ONLYUSemeBLADE, 10-3, peace, and butt grease. Officer, what did I do? Sir, you are doing a World at War in 2012. What? You can't play World at War in 2012? No, sir, this is YouTube. So if you go back and play any game, that means you hit the current game. Let's get that jump, stem testicles. Alright, let's just, drama alert, Blade plays World at War. Gamol. get on my level. I'm so bad at Call of Duty that I play World at War Knife and Only, which is the most difficult. The reason, officer, why I am here playing World at War is not because I'm tired of Black Ops 2. I actually have several Black Ops 2 gameplays. I still enjoy playing it. I'm not sick of it. The honeymoon stage is still there. I still like it. The reason why is because this. I got, last year for Christmas, my sister got me a canvas print of my Call of Duty 4 avatar. Basically, the COD 4 guy standing on top of the 3-story building on Crash, knifing the air, and it's just a really, really cool picture. So I sent the picture to her, and she took it to a canvas print place, and they printed out this cool like 16 by 9 canvas print thing, and it's awesome. So this year I decided, I was like, hey, can we do the same thing, but let's do it for other Call of Duties. So I went into private match on Black Ops 1 and got a cool shot, and then she got that for me for Christmas, and I was like, that's pretty awesome. I wanted to get one for each Call of Duty. So I went into World at War, and I was just assuming that there's going to be someone on my friends list that could, you know, go into a private match with me, knife the air on, I use the map Castle, because I really like the backdrop of Castle. Knife the air, I'm going on a rampage with the knife in World at War, that's crazy. And so I was waiting for that guy who camps, who's helping me out with it, to get online. So while I was there, I was like, you know what? Let's dust off the old World at War knife. Let's give it a try. And I got this game, and then the next game is basically just like highlights. The games are too long in order for me to do a full gameplay. I'd be super fast mode the hell out of it. Super fast mode! Ah! There you go. There's some super fast. Oh, I got host. Bam! There's 3 Infinity Ward Call of Duties for the next gen, and there's 3 Treyarch Call of Duties for the next gen. For whatever reason, for the Treyarch ones, I never had an issue stepping away from the complete knife-only thing, i.e., I would shoot to get perks, or I would shoot to get attachment, like knife attachments or whatever, and I never did that in the Infinity Ward ones. I didn't have to do it. There was no pro perks or anything like that you had to do for COD 4. You can just literally just knife only. Modern Warfare 2, there was like little tricks that you can do so you don't have to fire a bullet, but you can still get pro perks and still get, you know, attachments and for handguns and stuff like that. But for Treyarch, there always seems to be something like, if you want something that might help you, like an attachment for a gun or a perk or whatever, like Warlord Pro. I couldn't imagine playing Black Ops 1 without Warlord Pro, and you have to shoot for that. So I don't know, I just never had an issue shooting in order to get certain attachments or whatever. Basically, I would shoot until I got it done, and then that's it in the Treyarch games. But I would do it in the Infinity Ward games. I would just always have 0 shots fired. So I don't know. That's just more of a. I've started to like Treyarch more than I've liked Infinity Ward, and the reason why is because I don't really like Infinity Ward. I liked Vince and Zach, the dudes that originally made Call of Duty 4. And now Infinity Ward's like a shell of that. So other games, it'd be amazing in Call of Duty. Like, I know, like, sometimes people go, Blade, you know, don't you ever get sick of just, it's only Call of Duty, and people say it's nice to have other content. When Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out, I'm definitely going to have a Let's Play of that. Respawn Entertainment, which is the shell company of Infinity Ward, basically Vince and Zach, those guys, they have rumored that they're possibly going to make another Call of Duty type game, or like a Call of Duty 4 anniversary, which I would love. I don't know. So I was just thinking, like, man, I love me some Black Ops 2. I'm still playing the game. I'm going to 10th Prestige, and it's just, this is a nice little break to enjoy some World of War. The hardest Call of Duty to knife only on of the next gen console games or whatever. And you may be going, Blade, well, hey, I've never played World of War. This looks like fun. That looks like an interesting game, and it is an interesting game. But don't buy it. Do not buy it. The reason why you don't buy it is because of this. Because of dumpster babies that play the game, and their idea of fun is that they should cheat, and it's just stupid, and it's overran, and Treyarch never did anything, and I understand it's like a 5-year-old game, so... but if you were thinking about buying World at War from the multiplayer, don't. It's hacked to shit. I just got lucky from the first couple games that it wasn't hacked and there wasn't heavy MP40 action. But I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, this game is great, you should get it, because I'm not paid by Treyarch or anything like that. And they're even hacking and using bouncy betties. Fuck off. Bye. What's up, guys? Oh, Rocket Man, Elton John, how dare you? Originally, I was going to put this up on Blades Plays. Now, if you guys don't know what Blades Plays is, originally it was supposed to be a Let's Play channel, but then I just decided to start putting random clips up there. And this is a double VSAT in one life. Kind of a goal that I had. There's a lot of Call of Duty goals that I had. For this game, I really want to get a VSAT in Search, and it's proven kind of tough for some reason. And then I've wanted to get double VSATs, maybe a triple VSAT in one life in like the Respawn game types. There was ooh, this is sexy as hell. Sit the fuck down for that triple knife feed. What else? Oh yeah, in Modern, like one goal I've always had is I've always wanted to get the nuke in Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3, and I never got it knifing only. Super fast mode, 8 times super fast mode. Look how close I am to the VSAT. I want it, and I shall receive it. I always wanted to get the nuke, never got it knifing only. That means I'm bad, right? Because if you don't get a nuke with a knife only, it means you're horrible at the game. Also, there was one cool thing. I had a Search and Destroy game in Modern Warfare 3 where I got Specialist twice. And I even got Specialist in the first round by killing all 6 and defusing the bomb. It was pretty awesome. I will link you to that, and you can check that out. So this is me, Super Fast Buddy. Now, what I'm about to do is I'm going to render this, I'm going to upload this, and I'm going to the gym. Guys, I've been going to the gym, been getting my cardio on, playing basketball. I'm going to get into weights eventually, but this isn't oh, Blade, you're getting better. Like, I've been doing it for about a week and a half now. I need to stick to it, and I didn't even want to make an announcement because if I fall off the wagon, that's not good. But there you go, and then the outsmartness for the final one. Oh, I see you, buddy. I'm going to crawl down here and get that. For the second orbital VSAT in one life, I think that's a pretty cool pat on my back. Peace and butt grease. Super fast game on the Yemen, late arrival. I go in and I stab a lot of people. So let's just quickly get through the spectating. I missed the first 2 rounds because I wasn't there, because I joined late. Because I'm a late joining, knifing jerk off. Anyways. So I'm going through the kitchen and I'm like, okay, I'm not hungry for a meal, but I'm hungry for like a little snack. And I go into the fridge and I ask that question that's on everyone's mind. Is a pickle a condiment? Is it a fruit? Is it oh, it's not a fruit. Is it a vegetable? And I always hated when people say tomatoes are a fruit. It's just like, just because it's a it can go into a punch type thing. And yeah, I know. 4 manner to finish that round. I don't know. I don't know what pickles are, but I just know I like spear pickles, and I figure I was walking through the kitchen, kind of hungry, not super hungry, not like meal hungry, not like a steak or anything like that. But pickles seemed like it would just hit it. So, stand in the kitchen, I'm working on this pickle, I'm eating it, and I look over, and Scott has 2 dogs. I'd be damned if I knew what the hell they were. I'm not into that. I used to be a cat person. Starting to like his dogs. His dogs are pretty fucking cool. And his dogs are kind of looking at me like, hey, you're eating. That'd be cool if you gave that to me. And I don't know what's like healthy for a dog. I don't know what's not healthy for a dog. I don't know what they're allowed to eat. I just found out a year ago that apparently chocolates are fucking just catastrophically bad for dogs. But I'm not giving dog chocolate. I just never give little dogs food because I don't know what the fuck they're supposed to eat. I'm not gonna like poison my roommate's dog, you know. The only thing I really do is like if he's gone, I'll let him out. Like I'll go outside, they'll like run in the snow and shit. And he's looking at me and he's like, "Man, that'd be awesome if you gave me some of this pickle." I'm like, "I don't know if pickles are cool for you, bro." And in the span of about 3 seconds, this is kind of how my brain works. This is how my brain worked on this particular instance. In the span of that like time, I thought of like, man, if I was a dog and I was kicking with humans and they were eating all kinds of food and they gave me some bullshit, I'd be like, fuck you, let me get some of that, you know? And I was thinking about it, I was just like, that would suck, man. That would suck watching my owners eating good food and then I'm eating kibbles and bits and shit like that, you know? And but also during that span, I made a correlation. Right? I made the correlation of thinking on a different level. And I used it as a way to whisper sweet nothings to a lady. Okay? I can just imagine being in bed with a lady, enjoying each other's company, whatever. And I would just come up with just stupid shit to say to them to make them feel special. And that's just, I don't know, that's just what I do. I just basically figure a lady friend in my life, I want to make them feel special. And a lot of the things I say might be construed as kind of stupid, but it's just all for a comedic, make you feel warm and fuzzy. And I was like, maybe I'm a dog and the angels are the humans and they're above me. And I've been looking up like, hey, throw me a bone, like hook me up, man. Let me taste, let me have some of the higher up people enjoyment stuff instead of like this worldly stuff. And one of the angels dropped you down, baby girl. Isn't that fucking the most cheeseball shit you've ever fucking heard? I once told a girl, I was like, I think you're trying to be gay because when I see other girls, I'm just not interested. All I'm interested in is you. Oh my god. I know I just uploaded a commentary, but why not do another one? ONLYUSEmeBLADE, and I'll definitely get that Sunday Chill commentary for you. Peace and butt grease. I think that the further I go on this pathway of life, that it's interesting that I want the pursuit of knowledge. I think the pursuit of knowledge is there, but also there's an interesting portion of it where literally I think it's become cool in society and cool in just general terms to be dumb. And I don't want to say to be dumb, because what literally happens is this. Have you ever seen like either a drunk person or a person that is just a stupid, like kind of like a meathead, just stupid person, and you kind of envy them. I kind of envy them because the thing is I'm not a dumb person. You know, I may do some dumb things, but I'm not a dumb person, right? And I kind of envy them because it seems like they don't have the worries of the world because they're just kind of jolly and happy or whatever. And so the idea, it's really, really weird, but we have this kind of weird idea that we kind of envy people being stupid, and we kind of almost want to be stupid just for the bliss that comes from it, if that makes sense. I watched 2 movies last night. As you guys know, I'm an insomniac. And during those 2 movies, it was interesting because I was thinking about my media intake, i.e. what when I say media, I don't mean like news media. I mean like, what do I listen to music wise? What do I watch on television? What kind of movies do I watch? And what kind of games do I play? And I've often said this, like, I absolutely love playing Call of Duty. I'm not really into other video games, but at the same time, I think that there's like this. I realize when I get to this point where I understand it's unhealthy. So I've been doing more of trying to watch movies, and also within that, I've been trying to like check out kind of documentaries because, like I said before, I think it's the pursuit of knowledge. And documentaries are a weird thing because you also have to kind of take into account that that sometimes they can be biased. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you have to, like, how sometimes when you listen to someone and you kind of make that turn, or there's this moment where you kind of go, this is this person putting their propaganda or their agenda, and they may be really, really good at talking. Like I've heard people that are really, really good at arguing, even though what they're arguing isn't right. Does that make sense? So the two movies I watched is Freakonomics, and it's more like a documentary. And if you guys don't want to know my favorite documentary, definitely watch King of Kong. I absolutely fucking love that movie. And then the Michael Moore movies I like, because even if you don't necessarily agree with Michael Moore, he presents it in such a way where he's just basically just trying to do just like the facts and to show proof. Like he tries very, very hard not to have opinions, so it's not like this personal brigade that he has. In Freakonomics, they kind of looked at a lot of different things, and I really highly suggest you watch it if you have a chance. I don't know if it's on Netflix. I watched it on Showtime. But they had something that kind of blew my mind. And it got me thinking about the bigger picture and how we as humans, we tend to always kind of go, okay, we change this one thing and then everything's perfect. We fix the problem and that's it. Or we kind of ask the question, why is something like this? And we find an answer that can kind of work. And then we go, okay, that's it. So one of the things that really kind of blew my mind is that they were looking at the statistics for between the 80s and the 90s, and they noticed that in the 90s there was a massive drop in crime. Okay? Now, over in Japan, they had a really in a side story, they had a really interesting thing where they pretty much, over in Japan, they don't, if it's an open and shut case, they will look into it and they'll solve it. So they have like this 96% like solved case thing for murder. So 96% of all murders in Japan supposedly are solved. The problem is that what they do is that if it's a murder they don't think they can solve, they won't pursue it. So they won't even open up a murder case. So what happens is you have this statistic, right? That goes, okay, 96% of all murders that occur in Japan, 96% of all murder cases that occur in Japan are solved. So that, as a citizen, you go, okay, well, that makes me feel better. Because, the reason for law, and the reason for like a police force and stuff like that, is to kind of control the society, or at least give them like a blanket or a comfort feeling, letting them know that it's a safe place. But in all reality, it's not, because a lot of the murders that would happen, if there wasn't something they could solve, they wouldn't even open them up. Anyways, let me kind of get back to the 80s versus 90s cases where they looked at it and they go, wow, the 90s, the crime rate in the 90s was much less. Every, pound for pound, everywhere, there was less murders, there was less robberies, home invasion robberies, there was less all this stuff. And the political lawmaker people were like, well, we got tough on crime, and we did this, we did that, and that's the reason why the crime rate went down. You're welcome. And some people that were kind of looking into that, they're like, well, I don't think that was the absolutely underlying reason, there has to be some kind of pattern we can look at to see what's different between the 80s and what's different between the 90s of why crime isn't happening as much. And you know what they actually found out from doing some research and kind of like thinking outside the box? Besides just like looking at numbers, they actually thought outside the box, and they actually found out something pretty crazy. When in the 70s, I'm sorry I don't have the year, but in the 70s, there was, with abortions and stuff like that going on, there was, you couldn't get an abortion. And then they passed a law saying that you were able to get an abortion. And so once that law passed, there were lots of mothers that it wasn't that they didn't want to have a kid, they just didn't want to have a kid right then. Okay? And what they did is they looked forward about 18 years from that date. And almost immediately they noticed that in the states when they made abortion legal, that the crime rates about 18 years later drastically started dropping. So the thing was, it wasn't that it's kind of crazy if you think about it, though, because what they pretty much found out was that the kids or the young adults, the 18-year-olds, so much higher likelihood to commit crimes if they were born from mothers that didn't want them, okay? So what actually ends up happening is that all the crimes that were going to happen in the 90s literally didn't happen because the people that were going to commit them were never born in the first place. It's kind of mind-blowing to think outside of just general principle. That's just not a natural thing to think of. But they actually looked at, like, some of the states were faster, i.e. they went through this process a lot faster as far as, like, making abortion legal or whatever. And this isn't a commentary about abortion. I'm just saying this is a commentary about an example where thinking outside the box and looking at patterns can kind of give you more of the answers. Now, the second movie I watched was way, way simpler. It was My Idiot Brother. And it's Paul Rudd, and he's got 3 sisters and a mom. And I kind of relate to him a little bit because it's just dealing with a brother who has sisters and mothers, or a sister and a mother. And there's this part of it that I'm just like, I'm kind of jealous of him because he's just an idiot. He's just a jolly idiot. And it would be nice not to be smart. And it would be nice not to think about things or ponder things and just be content. But that's just not the case, So there you guys go. I know this is the middle of the week. Call it a Wednesday chill commentary. Just some things that are on my mind, some thoughts. And that's pretty much about it. Like, I want to learn more, but I'm also jealous of the people that are too stupid to do it and are content with themselves. Peace and buckries. Go Hawks! What's up, guys? It's Sunday. It's that 2013, and if you would have asked me a long time ago, hey, would I still be doing YouTube and doing all this stuff, I'd be like, wow, you still doing that? Blade or Brian. There's in the movie Boogie Nights, there's this part where he's looking in the mirror, and it's really odd because I tend not to look in the mirror. It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. I like to have my perspective from how I see the world, but like I tend to not to do a whole lot of looking at myself, just because I know that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to, and I'm just kind of like ignorance is bliss and all that kind of stuff. But there's this part in the movie Boogie Nights where he's standing there and he's basically trying to, as Dirk Diggler, he's trying to figure out how to become the Rocco badass guy that Mark Wahlberg plays in the movie. So it's Dirk Diggler trying to become, I believe his name is Rocco, but really he's Eddie, and Eddie is trying to become Dirk Diggler, and Mark Wahlberg is trying to become Eddie. Eddie becomes Dirk Diggler, Dirk Diggler becomes him, and it's just like this kind of facade or character that he plays. And it's really interesting on YouTube because you guys know me as Blade. Occasionally I kind of let you in on Rizzo. Now what Rizzo's my last name, and that's how like people back home, that's how people kind of know me, like as the character of Rizzo. And every once in a while I will let a couple people in on Brian, but I don't like doing that. I really don't enjoy doing that because, you know, by showing people who I really am, it kind of leaves me vulnerable, and I'm not taking care of everything. Anyway, so there's a lot of correlations between me being Blade, me being Rizzo, me being Brian, and a lot of times I don't like letting people in on being Brian. It's kind of crazy, I know. So, fuck. You're about to do your show, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Scott came home and he has a weekly show that he likes to do, and so I had to get off the computer, and so he can do his live stream show activities. And now I'm back to caress your mind with some Sunday thoughts. But what I was kind of talking about with the multiple levels of, you know, who you are and how you present yourself, and the whole idea of looking in the mirror, which is something I don't really tend to do too often, just because I like to keep my perspective from my point of view to try to kind of figure it out. And I never judge people for the simple fact that I haven't walked in their shoes, and I don't know what they're, you know, I don't know all their information. I don't know how they came to how they are, and I'm not one to judge someone. I just always kind of keep in mind that it's my journey, I guess you should say. That's more what I'm focused on. It seems a little selfish. What I was talking about earlier, if you look at we're making that the you know, whacking off in the mirror scene, you know, correlation between Mark Wahlberg playing a kid to playing Dirk Diggler to playing Rocco the Badass or whatever. My levels, like I said, were I'm Brian. I put up not a facade, but just like a character of Rizzo, and Blade. And it's really, really weird that I tend not to. I show in everything I do, I'm me. I don't want you guys to think that this is like the fake me or whatever. Like, I'm too lazy to be anybody else. But at the same time, there's different levels, and I have a hard time getting to that part where people tend to know me, Brian, because I don't know, maybe it's a fear that if you were to get to know me, that you would... People tend to kind of get attached to me, and it's not good. And then also at the same time, I think that there's a part of me that kind of goes, you know, I'm kind of, I don't want to say fucked up, but like I'm kind of like a realist. And also, I had a conversation with a girlfriend at the time, and I asked that we were talking about different things or whatever, and I kind of have an attitude that I'm better than everyone else, and she was like, yeah, it just kind of comes off as cocky or arrogant or asshole-ish. And then, but this may hurt people's fucking feelings, but like, there's a lot of shitty people in the world. And there's a lot of points where everyone has a good side. Everyone has those shining moments that you can go, oh, that person's a really well-rounded individual. But it's the accumulation of all that stuff. Like, you can't be an asshole and then like 10% of the time be a fucking super swell dude. That means you're an asshole that can act like a nice guy. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I have a high standard of living. I have a high expectation out of life. And I do have goals, even though I'm kind of scared of growing up or whatever. But at the same time, there's like some people that, you know, maybe they're pieces of shit, you know? Is it bad for me to say that? Is it bad for me to do that? I don't even let people know because, like, people, if you tell someone that they're a piece of shit when they are, what good is that going to make? It's not like they're going to listen to it. They're just going to take it as you're hating on them, if that kind of makes sense. But what's wrong with telling people that you're better than them? Even though a lot of those people are like, well, you're just not in a good place or whatever, and so you want to hate on me. It's just like, you ever notice when people don't have their own shit in order, they seem to always want to try to fix other people? I'm like, why don't you just fix yourself, bro? I don't know. I've just kind of noticed that a lot from people. I never want to give you guys advice because I'm not the guy to get advice from. All I can do is give you the insight. Like, if you imagine the game of life is like, I've been playing it, like a game, and you want to look at my life as a playthrough, don't, because I'm not getting the best score, and I'm not doing, the best time trial or whatever. So I can give you some insight. Maybe you can use bits and pieces, but don't just assume that what I'm doing is the proper kind of right thing. When I say that I'm better than other people, and that's not me being cocky or whatever, but that's an honest opinion, that I do feel that I'm better than people, but at the same time, like, I have a kind of a fear of growing up. You know what I mean? Like, I have a fear of letting go of my childhood. And I've talked about this a million times before about the Peter Pan syndrome. But, like, at the same time, I want to make sure that everything is kosher, everything is copacetic. And maybe that's why I don't give advice on telling people how to live their life, because I'm living mine, if that kind of makes sense. I know it seems kind of depressed, and I am a little depressed. Buffalo, where I'm living, sucks. It honestly, like, the weather sucks. The quality of people that I've met here, like, I really find it funny. Like, I've talked to someone, they're just like, yeah, Buffalo might not be the greatest city, and it might be like a drinking town or whatever, but the quality of people here are good. I'm like, no, they're not. You're not. Like, I don't know. I don't like where I'm currently at. I don't like where I'm, as like far as location wise. I don't like the people that I chose to associate with. And I think that they want me around just because I don't know why. I find that I just don't know. I don't have any knowledgeable answers. I don't have any knowledgeable outlooks on stuff because I'm still trying to fucking figure it out my damn self. And so it's a little unfair that I know that you guys kind of come here and you guys want to see Blade and you want to hear me say super fast mode and sit down and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just not in that mode lately. Like, just not, you know what I mean? Like, when I went back to Seattle, for my birthday, right? And had a good time. I got to meet up with a lot of friends, and I have a lot of really, really, really close friends, and people I like love, not in a homo way, but like people I actually really, really love. But when I went there, I was like, I've kind of already conquered this place. And when I moved to Buffalo, it was because I wanted to change the scenery. But this isn't the change I need. This isn't the change I want. Also, in the back of my mind, I know that you can pick up and you can move cross country and you can change your actual location. But all you're doing is just changing the backdrop. You're not actually changing the character. So if you look at your location as like a green screen, it's easy just to flip it. You know what I mean? But if I were to go to, like, say, Florida or the Bahamas or wherever, I'm still going to be me, and I'm still going to have these things that I have to work out. And psychologically, as well as physically, I'm a lazy person. I'd rather put off that idea. So now we're where we're at, you know. I never want to talk about money, but like I'm doing well in that part of it. But I've never been concerned about the money, just for the simple fact that I feel blessed that I can do this and make income. And now I have the power of the freedom and the time to do whatever I want. I've taken some of that, and I've been doing the gym thing, and I'm not going to keep on talking about the gym stuff, but like at the same time, like I feel kind of pissed that I'm not taking advantage of doing what I should be doing with this free time that this YouTube stuff allows me to do. So I'm going to go on the treadmill and think about it and ponder it. This is your Sunday Chill commentary, kind of all over the place, but that's where my brain's at right now. Peace and butt grease. Hey, what's up, guys? As you can tell by the title of this video, these kids got destroyed. It was a magical, amazing thing. And a lot of people kind of go, well, I don't want to just see just complete retards get beat up. It's just like, you know what? That would make sense if it was happening all the time. But with the whole, I don't know, I play a lot at night. So like when I play at night, I don't seem to get skewered. I don't seem to get kids like this. But as I've been talking about in previous commentaries, you guys didn't know, I've been trying to hit that gym. And I find I just work out better during the day, in the morning. So we go there. It opens at 5 o'clock in the morning. A lot of people go, why do you just join a 24-hour gym? There's really not a whole lot of options in where I'm at. So I join the gym. It opens at 5 o'clock in the morning. We go there. I get on the treadmill. I play some basketball. I'm actually going to start lifting some weights. I'm really just kind of focused on my cardio. Oh my God, I died from a kid underneath the stairs. And I was just complaining and bitching. You can see my little flicker of my name in the corner. But now it's time to go on a ham streak. Super fast, but these kids were absolutely fucking horrible. It was pretty bad, and it was a pretty rejoiceful, amazing thing. My last video was the Sunday Chill commentary, and it kind of sounded like depressed, but that's just like kind of where I was at the time. So you might be kind of going, damn, Blade, you're bipolar, bro. Well, if bipolar means having different feelings, then I guess I'm bipolar. But I got that runner's high that you normally don't get. And actually, I'm going to stop talking about the gym because I want to make sure this isn't some fly-by-night thing I started doing and then I just stopped. I want to be consistently going super fast mode on the treadmill. But coming up here, you'll realize that these kids are absolutely horrible. There's just some parts where you're just like, okay, these kids are not good. You have the turning radius of a turtle. Step your sensitivity up, bro. And then I'm kind of coming back here. I'm like, what are you doing in that corner? I think some of them were AFK. That guy, my aim was just not good, but I finally got him. And I got that orbital VSAT. Say that then. I love getting the orbital VSATs. This is actually back-to-back games of me getting the orbital VSAT, which I was like super pumped. They're both on raid. And so I know this sounds like YouTuber problems, but this is the thing that I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to... I'm uploading this raid game, and then the next thing I'm going to upload is hard hat. What is it called? Hard point. I don't know. Whoop, get skewered, and then why are you camping that corner? Get skewered. The double skewer, that's pretty sexy. And let me pick up these tags. Let's try to get another orbital VSAT. Throw down my care package. Fuck care packages, man. As soon as I unlock the counter UAV, I'm done. I'm just like, I'm going to keep on going to 10th Prestige Master, I'm sorry. But I'm just done. I'm just going to keep, go with that package. Because throwing down, like normally I play solo. I was playing with J-Easy, who is probably one of the most laid-back, chill, cool dudes in this commentary game thing besides myself. Get the Merciless. So I'm going to link you guys to that. Check them out. If you like them, some if you don't like them, you're a racist. What is that dude doing back there? Now, as I've been talking, as I've been showing this to you, look at the score. At this point, I was like, It's 80-5. What are these kids doing? These kids are horrible, and I love it. It's those daytime players, man. I think I found my new schedule. I just got to stick to it. I got to work out in the morning, and then, I don't know. I think that was one of those things. Let me know if this ever happens to you. Would you ever, like, look at the score and be like, oh, my God, we're beasting down these kids, and then you end up dying? I think, like, you, like, jinx it. Get shit on. And then the rest of this is basically just me collecting tags because Jay got some crazy kill streak, and I'm just in their spawn collecting tags. And actually, I had a really, really funny thing happen last night. Like, I was playing Search and Destroy, and I was playing against the most uber tryhard people, and it's not that I don't like playing against good people, it's just like I don't want to play against them all the time. So I think I'm going to try to play more during the day. I want to get you guys more kill confirmed. But anyways, I was playing the Search and Destroy game. Let me know, do you guys want to see more kill confirmed because it's like fast action stuff, or do you want me to see Search, mix it up? Let me know. I was playing and I was yelling at this kid because he was camping spawn, and I realized that he was in our spawn. He had actually gone from his spawn to our spawn, did that. Look, 100-9 was the score. That's insane. Hope you guys enjoyed this destruction of noobs, self-esteem, and well-being. ONLYUSEmeBLADE. Peace and butt grease.